Hello, my friends. Good Erev Shabbos. Happy Friday, followed by a beautiful, inspiring, and uplifting Shabbos Kodesh. This week's Torah reading, we read Parshas Shmini, which deals with laws about sacrifices in the time of the temple, the dedication of the Kohanim and Leviim. A lot of things that are very hard for us to grasp and relate to nowadays. However, at the end of the Parsha, we talk about laws of kashrus. Which foods, which animals are allowed to be eaten by the Jewish people. And the basic law is, an animal that chews cud, which means will swallow food, digest it, bring it back up, and swallow it again, and has split hooves that just completely split end to end, that's an animal that we are allowed to eat. If it is missing one of those parts, a Jew's not allowed to eat those animals. Now, God gave us these commandments in His ultimate immortal wisdom, and we don't understand. We finite, limited human beings don't understand the reasons behind it, but we're servants of God and therefore we listen. However, there are many different ideas we can learn from them. There are many different reasons we can see how they work. There's an old saying, we've all heard it, you are what you eat. Now if we take a look at the typical food, the typical animal that is consumed by the three main cultures of this world, the Jewish people, the Muslims, and the Gentile world, you can learn a little bit about who they are and what their aspirations are. The main food or delicacy in many Arab cultures is the camel. The camel, it does not have split hooves, but it does chew its cud. What does chewing its cud mean? Brings up the old. Brings up something that was already digested. It focuses on what was. What does split hooves mean? Focusing on the future, moving forward, the hooves, walking, moving forward. So the Arab food is focusing on what was without thinking about moving forward. Many Arab cultures are mired in the past. They're still where they were hundreds of years ago, and not much has changed. They don't think much about the future. In the Gentile world, what is the main food? What is the delicacy? The pig. What is a pig? The pig is an animal that does not chew its cud, but does have split hooves. What is the Gentile world focused on? Moving forward, the future, progressivism. And they forget about the past. Forget about their history. And also, forget about their elders. Once a person is in many secular cultures especially, once a person reaches a certain age and is no longer a productive member of society, they're not important and they're overlooked and they're not cared about. What about the Jewish food? The cow, the sheep, they have split hooves and they chew their cud. Yes, we believe in the split hooves. We move forward. We develop. We take modern inventions and we use them to help us serve God. But at the same time, these animals chew their cud. We look at the past. We treasure our history. And we think about our elders. We care about them. We care about our parents. We care about our grandparents. They're special. As a matter of fact, there is a halacha, a law in the Torah, that somebody who is over 70 years old, regardless of what they know, what they don't know, the fact that they reach the age of 70 and above, you have an obligation to stand up for them when they walk into a room. We stand up for our elders. We respect them. How appropriate this is for the Torah Outreach Program. My program, where it's all about bringing Torah to our elders, to our seniors. And how beautiful it is that this week's Parsha comes out before the last couple of days of a major fundraiser. It's not often I throw a commercial into one of my talks, but I guess once in a while I'm allowed. Over the last few months, we've been running $100,000 sweepstakes. Chance to win $100,000. It's a small chance. But it's a guarantee to help an organization which is giving our senior citizens a sense of self-respect, self-worth, joy, and developing, even at their old age, into better Jews, learning things about their people that they didn't know in their lifetime. I want to read to you something I've been texting back and forth to an old friend of mine, and I wished him a happy birthday. And we're both getting older, and we're both talking about how it's a little nerve-wracking when you start getting mail from the AARP. And I told him that I throw that stuff right in the garbage. And he wrote back, absolutely. Let the numbers roll and see if we can hit 100. And then I answered back, I've got a woman in one of my classes. She's 100 years old. We just celebrated her birthday a few months ago. And she said, Rabbi, I'm learning more about being Jewish now than I've learned my whole life. And my friend here texted back to me, amazing. You're never too old to try something new. And I texted back, you got it. You're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to develop and become a better person. Have a beautiful Shabbos.